Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some of the most iconic and valuable coins in American numismatics, the wheat penny 1-cent coins. Specifically, we're going to talk about the 1941, 1949, 1955, and 1956 wheat pennies, their mint marks, and their conditions in today's market. If you're a beginner or an experienced collector, this video will give you valuable insights on how to identify these coins, the factors that influence their value, and how much they can be worth today. So let's get started. First up, today we're diving deep into one of the most iconic and sought-out coins in the world of numismatics, the 1941 wheat penny with a D mint mark. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned expert, you won't want to miss this. So grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. The 1941 wheat penny, but also talking about its current market value and why a 1941 D mint mark in fine condition could be worth more than you might expect. Before we talk about its value today, let's take a quick trip back in time to understand the history behind the 1941 wheat penny. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first issued in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The coin features a profile of the 16th U.S. president. The 1941 wheat penny was part of a series minted from 1909 until 1958, before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. The 1941 year is particularly interesting because during this time, the U.S. was preparing for entry into World War II, which would affect coin production as copper became scarce. Let's talk about the D mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, which produced a large number of these coins in 1941. There were three primary minting locations in 1941: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, not all mint marks are equal when it comes to value. The Denver minted 1941 pennies are often considered more valuable than their Philadelphia counterparts, especially in higher grades. The Denver mint coins were struck in large quantities, but they are still highly collectible, particularly in fine condition. A coin in fine condition will typically have a decent amount of detail, but you won't see any sharp, crisp lines like you would on a coin that's graded as uncirculated. It's important to note that the finer the condition, the higher the value. Now, let's talk about the market value of the 1941 D mint mark wheat penny. The value of a coin depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and demand from collectors. As of 2024, a 1941 D wheat penny in fine condition can typically be worth anywhere from $2,300,000, depending on the market and where you're selling it. This is a high-value coin in the grand scheme of coin collecting, but it's still a nice find for collectors looking to complete their set of Lincoln wheat pennies. However, if the coin is in better condition, like very fine or extra fine, its value could rise to $2,400,000. And if you're lucky enough to have one that's graded as uncirculated, you could see a value of $2,500,000 or more. Now, while the 1941 D mint mark wheat penny in fine condition is interesting, there are other rare factors that can increase the value of these pennies dramatically. For example, if your 1941 D mint mark penny has a unique error, such as a double die or a misstrike, the value can jump significantly. So there you have it, everything you need to know about the 1941 D mint mark wheat penny in fine condition. While this coin may not be the most valuable penny in the world, it's still a piece of history that holds significant value for collectors. Next up today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins from the United States, the 1949 wheat penny. Specifically, we're focusing on the 1949 penny with no mint mark and the rare black shade condition. If you're a collector or just a casual enthusiast, you're going to want to stick around to learn about the big value this little coin can carry in today's market. First, let's take a quick step back and talk about the wheat penny series. Minted from 1909 to 1958, these pennies featured the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse side and were designed by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner. The wheat penny was part of an effort to create a symbol of American prosperity and agriculture. The obverse shows Abraham Lincoln, a key figure in U.S. history, making the wheat penny an iconic piece for collectors. Typically, a 1949 penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. Coins from Philadelphia don't carry the D or S mint marks that signify Denver or San Francisco minting facilities. It may sound like a small detail, but if you're in possession of one of these coins, it's a good start for assessing its value. But here's where things get interesting. Many of the 1949 wheat pennies are worn down with time, but there's a rare condition that adds a unique layer to this coin: the black shade condition. This term refers to pennies that have developed a distinct dark patina, often due to prolonged exposure to certain environments or improper storage. These coins can appear almost black or have a deep tarnished look that some collectors find especially intriguing. While this may not be an official grading term, the black shade coins are often more visually striking, and this can lead them to fetch a premium price in the market. However, it's important to note that coins with extreme tarnish can sometimes have reduced value due to collector preference for coins in better condition. But don't rule out that unique aesthetic. Collectors who appreciate these distinct features are out there. How much is a 1949 wheat penny worth? Well, the value of a 1949 penny without a mint mark in good condition typically falls around $2,500,000. However, the value starts to increase as the coin's condition improves. If your 1949 penny is in fine or very fine condition, it could be worth anywhere from $2,600,000. But let's talk about those coins in the black shade condition. If your 1949 penny has that black shade and is in decent to good condition, it might fetch anywhere from $2,700,000 or even more depending on the buyer. It's rare, but we've seen cases where well-preserved black-shaded coins can be sold for $2,800,000 or more, particularly if the coin has other notable features like a sharp strike or minimal wear. Black shade or uniquely toned coins are popular among certain collectors, boosting their marketability. Be sure to take clear, detailed pictures of your coin to show its condition, and always research the current market trends before listing your coin. If you find a black-shaded 1949 penny in excellent condition, you could be holding on to a gem. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1949 wheat penny is a coin worth paying attention to. And if it's in that rare black shade condition, you might have an even more interesting treasure on your hands. Next up today, we're talking about the 1956 D wheat penny, one of the last wheat pennies minted before the Lincoln Memorial design took over in 1959. This coin has become a favorite among collectors, especially in fine condition. So, stick around to learn what makes this penny so valuable and how much it could be worth today. First, let's take a closer look at this iconic coin. The 1956 wheat penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll see the two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent. This reverse design was used from 1999 to 1958. Giving these pennies the nickname wheat pennies. Let's talk about grading. Coins are graded based on their condition, ranging from poor to mint state. A 1956 D wheat penny in fine condition like this one right here means it has moderate wear, but all major details are still visible. This is a typical grade for coins found in pocket change or old collections. So, what's the market value of a 1956 D wheat penny in fine condition today? Well, most coins in fine condition are worth around $2,200,000. That's not bad for a coin worth only a cent. However, if your penny is in extremely fine condition or even uncirculated, its value can jump significantly, sometimes reaching $2,500,000 for the highest grades. If the demint mark was stamped more than once, it creates a noticeable doubling effect. These coins can fetch $2,600,000 depending on the condition. These are imperfections caused by a damaged die. Error coins like these can go for $2,700,000. A coin that wasn't properly aligned during minting can be worth up to $30,100,000 or more, depending on the severity of the error. So, there you have it. The 1956 D wheat penny is a fascinating piece of history and a potential treasure hiding in plain sight. Even in fine condition, it's worth more than its face value. And if you've got a rare air coin, coin collecting tips and hidden treasures. Next up today, we're going to talk about one of the most popular coins in American history, the 1956 wheat penny. Specifically, we'll look at its market value in today's world, how to identify one in fine condition, and whether it's worth holding on to for investment purposes. So grab your magnifying glass and let's dive into the world of coin collecting. Here we have the 1956 wheat penny. It's part of the famous wheat series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. This particular design, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse, is one of the most beloved in American coinage history. The 1956 wheat penny is special because, like many coins from the mid-20th century, it's a piece of American history that is still widely available in circulation today. However, some of these coins are worth far more than just 1 cent. And if you've come across a 1956 wheat penny in fine condition, you might be sitting on a coin that's worth much more than you think. Before we talk value, let's quickly cover how to identify a 1956 wheat penny in fine condition. In the world of coin grading, fine condition refers to a coin that has seen a fair amount of wear, but still retains most of its design and details. In the case of the 1956 wheat penny, the following features are key indicators. The portrait of Abraham Lincoln should still be visible, but with some wear on the high points like his cheekbones and the details of his hair. The date 1956 should be readable, though it may show some wear at the edges. The wheat stalks should still be distinct, though they may have some flattening. The word United States of America and U pluribus unum should remain legible, and the coin should still have some visible definition around the wheat stalks and the shield. As far as I can tell, any device that goes with that shield should legible. Already, Stars is building a playbook for how to get rid of literature that contributes to it. So what's the value of the 1956 wheat penny in fine condition today? Well, you may be surprised to learn that the value can vary depending on several factors, including whether it was minted with a mint mark and where you sell it. In general, a 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark, which is the most common variety, can fetch anywhere from $30,000 to $20,000 in fine condition, depending on its exact grade and where you're selling it. However, if you've got one in better condition, say in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, then the value can rise significantly. But here's the catch. If you happen to have a 1956 wheat penny that was minted in Denver, marked with a D mint mark, or even rarer, a coin with a specific die variety, the value could be higher. This is especially true for those coins in better condition or with unique features that make them stand out among the millions produced. Next up today, we're diving into the 1955 D wheat penny, the one with a Denver mint mark. Especially in that mysterious black shade condition. Could this little copper coin be worth big bucks in today's market? Biology devotee Dr. Frank Handenberger speaks with his guest about the book's most important lessons for us to understand. The 1955 D wheat penny was minted at the Denver Mint. In total, over 563 million of these coins were produced that year. This was part of the iconic wheat penny series, which ran from 1909 to 1958, featuring the famous Lincoln portrait and those wheat stalks on the reverse. These pennies were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them a warm reddish-brown tone when new. But time, circulation, and environmental factors can transform their appearance, sometimes giving them a unique black shade. So, what's the deal with the black shade? This color change is often caused by oxidation, exposure to moisture, or even burial in soil. While this darkened condition isn't rare, it can make your coin stand out, especially if it's in great shape otherwise. But keep in mind, a blackened penny does automatically increase its value. Heavily circulated, very good condition. These coins are worth about $2,200,000. Lightly circulated fine to extremely fine condition, you're looking at $2,300,000. Uncirculated, the value jumps significantly, ranging from $2,400,000 depending on the grade. For blackened coins, the appeal is often subjective. Some collectors love the unique patina, while others prefer the original luster. If your coin is uncirculated with a dark shade, you might get a small premium, potentially reaching $2,500,000. For high-value coins, consider professional grading from services like PCGS or NGC. While we're on the subject of 1955 pennies, we can't ignore the holy grail of wheat pennies, the 1955 double die. This era coin is famous for its dramatically doubled lettering, especially on Liberty and the date. If you think you've got one, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Unfortunately, the 1955 double die penny isn't part of this era group, but always double check. For coins in average condition, selling online in lots might be more practical. But for high-grade or rare varieties, auctioning individually can fetch better prices. So, is your 1955 wheat penny with that black shade a jackpot? May a fortune's fortune? But every coin has a story, and sometimes the joy of collecting is worth more than the dollar value. If you've got a unique penny, it could be the start of an amazing collection. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and treasures. Drop a comment below about your favorite find or any questions you have about the 1955 wheat penny. Until next time, happy hunting.